Let me ask you something real quick. If your life stayed exactly the same for the next 5 years, same income, same habits, same energy, same excuses, would you be okay with that? Because for a long time, I wasn't. I used to wake up already tired, grab my phone before my feet touched the floor, scroll like my future could wait, tell myself, tomorrow I'll get serious. And tomorrow never came. Days passed, weeks disappeared, years slipped away quietly. And the scariest part wasn't failing. It was realizing I was getting really good at wasting my potential. Until one morning, I woke up at 5 a.m., not because I was motivated, not because I was disciplined, but because I was scared. Scared of being average, scared of settling, scared of waking up one day and realizing I built nothing meaningful. And no, waking up at 5 a.m. didn't instantly make me rich or successful, but it changed the direction of my life forever. Today, I'm going to show you the exact 5 a.m. routine that rewired my mindset, sharpened my focus, and made success feel inevitable. And make sure you stay until the end, because the final shift is the one most people ignore, and it's why they stay stuck. The alarm goes off, and immediately your brain starts negotiating. Just 5 more minutes. You deserve rest. You'll work harder later. That moment right there, that's the first battle of the day. And here's the uncomfortable truth. How you wake up is how you live. I made one rule, no snooze, ever. Because every time you hit snooze, you practice quitting. And if you can't beat a button, how are you supposed to beat life? Quick question. Who even invented the snooze button? Because that person owes society an apology. The second you stand up, you've already done something most people fail to do that morning. Momentum starts immediately. Next, I go straight to the bathroom. Cold water, and yes, it sucks. But that's the point. Cold water shocks your nervous system into the present moment. No stress about the future, no regret about the past. Just awareness. Comfort is the drug keeping people broke, tired, and stuck. When you expose yourself to discomfort first thing in the morning, everything else feels easier by comparison. You don't need to torture yourself. Even cold water on your face works. The goal isn't pain. The goal is control. Then comes the most underrated part of the entire routine, silence. No phone, no notifications, no noise. Because the world is loud, and most people never hear their own thoughts. I sit down and ask myself 3 questions. Who do I need to become? What am I avoiding right now? What would make today a win? This is where clarity replaces chaos. Most people think motivation comes first and action comes second. That's backwards. Motivation comes from clarity, and clarity only shows up when you slow down long enough to find it. After that, I move my body. Not to look good for social media, not to chase abs, but to activate my energy. Your body is the vehicle for your ambition. Simple movements, push-ups, stretching, light cardio. Nothing fancy. Because success doesn't come from complicated routines. It comes from consistent ones. When your body's weak, your discipline is weak. When your energy is low, your standards drop. You don't need more motivation, you need more energy, and movement creates it. Then comes the hour that changed everything. One focused hour. No emails, no scrolling, no distractions. Just deep work on the thing that will change my future. For you, that might be learning a high-income skill, building a business, creating content, studying something that compounds over time. While the world is asleep, you're stacking invisible wins, and invisible wins always turn into visible success. But here's where most people fail. They start strong, then quit after a week. So, what made this routine stick? It wasn't willpower, it was identity. The routine didn't change my life. I did. I stopped saying, I'm trying to be disciplined, and started saying, I'm the kind of person who doesn't negotiate with his goals. I didn't wake up at 5 a.m. because it was trendy. I woke up because it matched the person I was becoming. Your habits don't fail. Your identity does. Once I saw myself as someone who shows up early, works in silence, and invests in his future, everything else followed. Confidence, clarity, momentum. Not overnight, but inevitably. Now here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Waking up at 5 a.m. won't save your life, but ignoring the direction of your life will destroy it. Because routines don't just shape days, they shape decades. And if you're not careful, 2026 will look exactly like every year before it. Same goals, same excuses, same regrets. That's why you need to watch the next video on your screen right now. It's called Don't Let 2026 Be Another Wasted Year. It will show you how to realign your direction before time runs out. Click it. Your future self is waiting.